Hi, and welcome back to Fit, Fed, Feeling Good. I am Meg, your host. This is the podcast where we talk all things fitness or food or feeling good, or sometimes a little mix of all of those or a few of those. So thank you so much for joining in this conversation today. Today I have a bit of a fitness episode, and hopefully it'll leave you end up feeling good or feeling better if you're thinking about these at all. What prompted this episode was I was watching an Instagram fitness episode. It wasn't an episode, it was just a little clip that maybe we've seen. And I went to just get some inspiration and be inspired to get moving my own body. I thought, I want to see what other people are doing and it's going to inspire me to get moving. And I actually left thinking, I kind of don't feel even as good as I did when I wanted to look at those because, one, I thought, could I even do some of those things? And that made me maybe not feel so great about my body. And two, would I even want to try to attempt those? Because of course I want to be safe and happy and healthy so I can move the next day. So that brought me back to thinking, what are really the tips? And sometimes you hear, I have 5 tips for you. Maybe these are just suggestions, or maybe this is what I have found that has been helpful for me to get some movement in and really move in a way that is feeling great for your body at that time. So I just wanted to start out by saying there is no one size fits all perfection. Everybody needs to work out for an hour or two every day. It really is individual. It's what feels good for your body. It is what's going to make you feel better in your mind, body, and spirit, a little stronger, maybe relieve a little stress with some deep breathing. What is it to just really get us moving in a way that feels best? And I think the first thing I would say is find things that you enjoy. If you are going to those Instagram reels or YouTube shorts and you're seeing all of these high intense moves, or they have equipment that you do not even have, and you almost get off your phone or computer thinking, well, now I don't even know what to do. We'll really scale it back to a point where you think, I just want to get my feet on the ground, or maybe you sit in a chair and move around and dance to some songs. And that's fantastic. You can get your heart rate elevated a little bit. You can relieve a little stress. You can hoot and holler like you're in one of those fun exercise classes. It's so fun to give a woo when you're in a fitness class. So really find what you enjoy. And going back to what I said about putting your feet on the ground, getting your shoes on. We had the guest on, Lisa, recently, where she said her alarm goes off at 4:40 in the morning, and many days she thinks, it's early. I'm tired. I have a lot going on in my day. I should probably sleep for the next hour. So she makes a deal with herself and just says, if you just sit up, go to the bathroom, if you still are feeling like that, yes, you can go back to bed. And she said many times, most times, she's up and she's fine. It's just that first minute or two to get you really going that is probably the hardest part. And then deciding what you want to do. Is it walking? Is it maybe going for a little bike ride? Or is it just sitting in the chair and dancing to some of your favorite music, just moving your body? Whatever it is, in a way that would make you feel good, and do it in a way where when you wake up tomorrow, you are still feeling good so you can maybe do something different or look up something similar to what you just did. So right there, it is about trusting yourself, being committed to just making that deal. I'm just going to sit up if I'm still tired later. Or you can always say, tonight's bedtime is an hour earlier than I typically go to bed because I'm waking up earlier. Because we all know sleep is really important, and that is wonderful. The next thing I really wanted to talk about was sometimes my mind will go in circles. And I will have my whole to-do list going through my head, and my planner is busting at the seams with things I want to get done, which is great. Setting goals for yourself is wonderful. So I think blocking the time in your calendar is super important because something will take that time. Something will fill it. Even if it's just daydreaming or taking that scroll break, you can make the commitment to yourself for that 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 45 minutes to get your movement in, or something will slide in and it will buy that time from you. So make the commitments for yourself. Maybe go ahead. If you use a planner or an appointment book, look ahead and block in, even if it's 10, 15, 20 minutes, block it in, say me time, my time. Maybe you're adding in some stretches. Maybe you're doing a few blocks of deep breaths. Maybe you're doing a little bit of easy movement yoga. Maybe it's restorative yoga where you're doing chair yoga or a gentle stretch yoga. Or maybe it is a hot yoga or you enjoy that. Or maybe it's the bike ride again. So find what you love, but definitely block the time and don't compare. We talked last week. Comparison is the thief of joy. So try to be kind to yourself. Within that block of time, that is your time. Lately, I have not wanted to do my block, but I've been telling myself, you know what? If you go into my movement space, I'm lucky I have a dedicated movement space. I lay out a few sets of weights and I just start moving them. And I like to use an interval timer because then I'm not having to keep track of reps. That works for me. Maybe it would work for you too. But let's say I'll do 45 minutes of work time. So I'm doing a back row with whatever weight feels good. And then I'll rest for the 20 seconds. And then as soon as the timer goes back, I do the other side and I continue doing that. And then I'll take a peek and I'm 20 minutes into some movement. And always, most always, when I'm done with it, I don't think, wow, that was a waste of time, or wow, I should have done something else. It feels good. All of the other to-do chunks that are in that appointment book and planner are still waiting for me. So yeah, maybe I now need to stay up that time, or maybe I have to push some things to the next day or find an open block and do it another time. But I just wanted to come in and say movement is really individual. And I hope that you do find time for yourself to block it out and then find what you love and what you're capable of doing. We all have different bodies and different strengths and different challenges. My challenges might not be what you're dealing with, and maybe you are really dealing with a lot. So I just want to encourage you to, if just kind of swaying in a chair for 10 minutes to your favorite music, that is fantastic. If you're doing 1 minute more than you would have done, it's a win. Count the small wins. Encourage yourself. Be your own biggest cheerleader. We are cheering you on. Listen to your body. Of course, discuss all of this with your doctor. Maybe they have suggestions or maybe they have some limitations they're going to guide you through. So that information is only helpful. It's not to discourage you. It's to be helpful. It's to be supportive so you have it. That's why people say about using their planner. It's not to discourage you. It is to be supportive. It's to be encouraging and to keep you organized and motivated. So thank you so much for tuning in. This is Fit, Fed, Feeling Good. I do hope whatever you're doing is leaving you fit, fed, feeling good. And we will see you next Wednesday. Thanks so much. Thanks for listening. This is entertainment only. If you have any medical needs, mental, physical, spiritual, please seek out a professional that can help. I am not a doctor, nor am I a counselor. Please seek the care you need.